If you got a mysterious coolant leak on your Chevy truck, I'm gonna solve the mystery right now. So we're gonna get in here, take a look at it. I'm gonna show you where the mystery leak is most of the time. I'm Detective Matt today. So what we're gonna do is pump it up to 15 PSI with a radiator pressure tester right here. And then we're gonna come, take the valve covers off, get the coils out of the way, do a little inspection down in here. We're gonna watch for leaks. Now you will notice down in here, nothing. See how dirty it is versus clean. And then this one back here is dirty too. And you see it's a little bit cleaner than it should be in this valve cover. And then we got sludge right here, look. Yeah, no. Do not run your engine like this. If you see that, stop immediately and get it repaired. So you will notice all of this jelly in here. And I mean, there's a lot of it. Jelly, look at that. It looks like gelatin. Nasty, nasty stuff, man. What this is you get steam, okay? That steam is hitting this valve cover. Psh! It's also squirting oil up there, you know, when it's lubricating the top end of the engine. And what happens is it mixes. And then you get this gunky, gooey mess. This is Mobile 1, fully synthetic. Hopefully we still have a good engine under all of this, you know. We don't have any fluid built up in the crankcase. We don't have a bunch of antifreeze sitting down in the bottom end of the motor on this. I know that for a fact. So it looks like we caught this in time. So on these trucks, what you're gonna notice is on the heads, there's a casting number. If you see 706 or 862, those are used on the 4.8 or 5.3 V8. Now, the 706 heads, if they have a Cateye logo, it looks like a little battery right under the rocker arms, then those are known to be bad. A small portion of those are known to be bad. They crack around the oil drain back ports where I was showing you on the engine, and you're gonna get in there and look and see what heads you got. If you got 862 heads, they're supposed to be good, but these ones are bad. Now, you know, heads can crack no matter what. They can crack. Really, it's a porosity problem in the sand casting. You know how they made them. They got little holes in there, little pits. The coolant seeps out over time. You know how it goes. Then you got a leak. So, 706, 862, 706 non-Cateye, good to go. 706 Cateye, bad. Don't run them. 862, supposed to be good to go. At this point, these trucks are so old, you're gonna wanna have them tested at a machine shop. Make sure they have no leaks before you bolt them on. So it doesn't matter which side you start on. Right here is the driver's side. They're identical heads on both sides. So right here, you can't really tell much unless you know what you're looking for. But that hole's clean right there. And that one's blackish, and that one's blackish. I'll get a close-up on this right here. You will see it has been steam cleaned because it's got pinhole leaks. Psh! Get steam in here. It's coming from there. It's cleaning it. That's why it's so clean. These are black. They're caked on oil. That's why they're dirty. There's 862 right there, that casting mark. You're going to notice the Cateye logo over under here if it's a 706 head, and it's bad. So this is the passenger side right here. It's no better. Look how clean that is down in there. Man, it's so clean in there. I mean, it's steam cleaned. And that one's black caked on gunk, and that's steam cleaned. So you know it's bad. You know it's leaking. You can just tell by looking at that. But if you can't see it that easy, you're going to pump it up to 15 PSI, let it sit. You should see some little dots bubbling up, bubbling out right around there. One of those portholes, drain back holes right there. So I want you to look closely right down in here. You will notice some little drops right down in there. That's gonna be coolant. That is DexCool, that is red antifreeze, and it has leaked out right there. You can see with that pressure test, it's leaked out, and you'll notice that's where the steam's coming from. So the casting on the head is bad right there. See those drops? So fine. I mean, it's just some pinhole leaks, but you know, over time, under pressure, and it turns to steam, steams the engine. You can have pinhole leaks in the head. You know, that's what this is. It might not use that much coolant, but this thing was drinking like 2 gallons mixed like a month. It got worse and worse and worse. It was just a small coolant leak. It gets worse and worse and worse, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get in there. Started ticking, and couldn't lubricate the top end because of all that sludge. The oil would just hit it, disperse, wouldn't get back down in the engine. Took it apart. Now we found this. So here's a closer look of this head off the blown Chevy Avalanche we're looking at here. What we're noticing is down in here, you're gonna see the cracking. And you know, it might not be cracking, it might be porosity, which is, you know, little pits in the metal. It's cast aluminum. You can see it right down in here. And then you're gonna look for your Castech logo. This isn't a 706 head, so it's really no point, but it's gonna have a logo right here under this area. Looks like a little battery. If it does, that's your Castech head. So right down in here, you're gonna notice the leaking. I guess it's a weak spot right down in here. Some guys try to weld them up. Not me, don't know how to do it. Just gonna swap out the head, unfortunately. So it's essentially around here, the water jacket, right on this side. Yeah, right on here. On the other side, that's where it's leaking. You know, casting imperfections, improperly torqued. No telling at this point. Maybe it was done wrong in the factory. 862 heads are supposed to be good, but stuff happens, you know? What's the fix? So, the fix is the heads have to be replaced. And, you know, I'm going to pull the engine. And I'm going to fix the heads, get new ones, do whatever I need to do. Well, we're not fixing those. We're getting new ones. And then, you know, reseal all the oil seals, all that stuff. Rear main, pickup tube down in the oil pan. I'm going to show you how to go through the whole thing. We're going to have to get it resealed because it also leaks oil too. So it leaks oil, uses oil, leaks antifreeze. You know, we caught it. I mean, it's perfect. We caught it right at the second. If it would have gone any longer, would have blown the engine. But we caught it in time. We're going to get it fixed up. Aluminum heads, you know, they crack. It is what it is. They're cast. You know, not the biggest fan of aluminum heads, but the Chevy Vortec V8's got them. A lot of engines have them nowadays, so we got to do the best we can with what we got. But yeah, there you go. There's a mysterious oil leak. Get in there, get these heads swapped out. So basically what you're dealing with is you see sludge on one, that head's bad. You see sludge on the other one, that head's bad. Well, we got 2 heads here sludged up, so we got 2 ports, one there, one on the other side. They're steam cleaned. That tells me both heads are bad. How? They're defective? Maybe. Maybe somebody torqued them wrong from the factory. This thing has always kind of had a mysterious leak, you know? Where's it going? Where's it going? Well, now we know. It was never this bad, but it got to this point. Now we got to fix it. All right, so that's it for the video. So if you got a mysterious coolant leak, it's not that hard to find, you know. Process of elimination, get rid of those external leaks, solve them. Then move a little deeper. Don't take off the valve covers unless you absolutely have to, you know. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but, you know, you don't want to do extra work. But, you know, normally radiator, heater hose, you know, random connectors on the radiator, whatever. Once you rule them out, you gotta go a little bit deeper in the engine. Once you find it, get it fixed. I'll check you out in the next video. Don't forget, drop me a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to sub for more Chevy truck tip videos in the future. We're gonna have to get this thing fixed. It ain't staying broken like this for long. Later.